Now, the last time we spoke, you told me I'm allowed to call you Mayor Daniela.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, welcome, welcome so much, Mayor Daniela. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today.
Always. I appreciate you.
No, my pleasure, my pleasure. And thank you for your service to our community. We just had an amazing weekend. I was able
Mm,
to actually see you. I was in Richmond Heights
right.
over the weekend for Juneteenth, and I seen your lovely face along with Miss Maria from the Parks Department
Yes.
um, for an amazing day. Can you speak about, just Juneteenth being an official holiday and what that means for you now as mayor here?
I am so excited to have presided over the first official Juneteenth holiday, not only for the U.S. entirely, the federal government made it a holiday, but Miami-Dade County made it a holiday. And by the way, we were ahead of the federal government, just saying. So I was very excited to have voted for that as a county commissioner and to be able to bring it into play as mayor. And honestly, it was a day of joy throughout Miami-Dade County. There were festivals and parties and reflections up and down. And I crisscrossed the county multiple times to attend quite a few events. And the event where we saw each other was at Sergeant Delancey Park in Gould's. What a beautiful park with a beautiful new nature-based playground, but as well a huge ball field, and it was a competitive kickball game,
Yes, it
friendly
was.
competitive.
Police officers, firefighters, and Commissioner McGee's team
That's
dueling
right.
it out.
Correct, correct. And this is a part of how our first responders and law enforcement interact with our neighborhoods and build trust and relationships. And that is what it takes for us to build stronger communities, working together. Clearly, our law enforcement is working overtime to build those trusted relationships, and the community is demonstrating that they feel it because they are joining forces, sending their tips. We're solving crimes. We've been able to calm down. We're in Operation Summer Heat, but things have calmed down for the last couple of weeks. So let's see if we can't keep that up. And I'm going to the White House to talk about it with President Biden. Yes, I am going to discuss how we can reduce violence in our communities this summer coming out of this pandemic.
It must be tough, with all the attention national attention that South Florida has received with the gun violence
Yes.
since Memorial. So I'm sure that's definitely a meeting that needs to be had. But what like from your perspective, what are you getting to understand of why these mass shootings and rash of violence has happened over that period of time? As you said, it's starting to quell now, but during that period of time, do you have any intel to what is,
Yeah.
what's caused that?
Yeah, this is a national phenomenon. And, let's think back. We had this pandemic hit us. Everybody was grounded at home if they could be, if they weren't essential workers that had to go out or they couldn't safely be at home. So we had so many paying attention to the news, just focused on, what they could get from social media. And then we had the George Floyd murder. And the world woke up and said, oh no, this is not going to continue. We are not going to allow this prejudice, these disparities to go on and allow these disproportionate, what shall we say, enforcement. We need to work together to build trust and strengthen our communities. And so there was a deep conversation across our nation, and not an easy one, and not not one that everybody could get together on, right? A
Right.
lot of disagreement. And through it all, awareness grew. And there was, I would say, a steady drumbeat for more recognition of our history. And thus, Juneteenth, that had been 150 plus years unofficially celebrated, needed now to be officially recognized as the day that finally everybody obtained their legal freedom, even though we know that there were many maneuvers that went on after that to keep
Yeah.
people down.
No, absolutely, and thank you for recognizing that, and thank you for actually engaging with the different communities. I know it was a lot, like you said, you're going crisscross town, but it means a lot to the people. And I remember specifically, you came to my restaurant, I See Food Miami, and I remember I listened to you, and you said a lady said, "Hey, all these things are happening in the community," and you promised, you said, "I'm going to make a point to go into these communities and take the time and hear what the people have to say." And I must say, so far in the short time that you've been in office, I've seen you do that. So I want to give you your gold roses on that,
Thank
most
you.
definitely.
Thank you.
I'm also hearing from some, people who may be on the other side of politics that you're on, also commending you on doing a lot of what you say that you were going to do. So it seems that you're really serving us well in the position that you're in,
Thank
and I
you.
really hope that the meeting with Biden is a good one, and you get all the resources that you need to help push through some programs that could really help to suppress some of the gun violence that we've seen.
Well, we have not only Operation Summer Heat on the enforcement side, but we have the Peace and Prosperity Plan to invest in our young people, to invest in our communities, and to lift people up so they have a sense of a brighter future. They don't go down that wrong path. Their neighborhoods are built back up, jobs, small businesses, um, eliminating the slum and blight, if you will, that oftentimes in itself attracts crime. So we're really excited that the board approved that plan. It's 90 million over 19 years to address these concerns, and we will be bringing in more. We'll be bringing in our community groups, our faith-based groups, everybody who's committed to making the change we need in our communities.
Have you been finding yourself open to different and new ideas to tackle a lot of these problems? Like a lot of, I talk to a younger audience, on the radio, mainly 18 to 34-year-olds, but, as far as 12 to also 49, but my core is 18 to 34. And they still seem to feel like nobody's listening to them. Things are not happening in a way where they're receptive to it. Are
Mm.
you have you been finding yourself open to like new and different ideas to reach out to that age group?
I'm always open to new and innovative ideas. And, we're going to be listening to our young people through the Peace and Prosperity. It's going to be our Fit to Lead program, and it's very personal. It's not just teaching, it's not just a job, it's mentoring and coaching. So there's a lot of give and take and a lot of learning. And you've given me a really good idea there. We need to have like a focus group with those young people to ask them what we can do to reach out to more of uh, their friends
Their
and
peers and stuff. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
yes, yes.
I
Thank
know
you.
you. I know you have your hands full, and there's so many different things. There's so many different issues, and and you're one person, and you have a really good team, and you've recruited a really good team to help you and
Yes,
assist you
thank
with
you.
this. And I know things take time, and I think you deserve the time and the support that you need to see these things through. And we definitely want to be able to assist you in that. And I just want to let you know that anytime that you're doing something or you want to reach out to to my audience, please, we can do this as often as you like, where you can connect with them and let them know the plans that you have in store for them,
That's
and
wonderful.
yeah,
That's
and
great.
different ideas.
Well,
Absolutely.
let me mention that the county budget process is now underway. There will be some public hearings and meetings, some virtual, some in person, and we really want to hear from people about what matters to them. We do have some room for uh, deciding what's more important than other things over time. I'd like to do more and more public participation in the budget, but for now, stay tuned and we'll come back to you and let you know how people can participate.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you for that, for all that you've done so far and all that you're doing, Mayor Daniela. You've been amazing.
Thank you, Papa Keith.
You really have. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And again, thank you so much for the Juneteenth celebration. Thank you for beating the federal holiday and making it a Miami-Dade holiday first,
That's
and your
right.
support for the African American community. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. Take care.